Okay, so here's the Harbor Freight fly swatter. First step we're going to need to do is unscrew all 5 screws in the main frame. So we have 2 screws up here, as you can see. We have 1 screw down here in the middle and 2 here at the end. So let me do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so once you have taken apart all 5 screws on the all 5 screws on this fly swatter here, the top here should just pop right off, and what you're left with inside is you have a little circuit here that is what kind of powers the Taser, and the battery compartment that holds the D batteries here. It holds 2 of them. So the next step is what you're going to have to do is you're going to look up here in the front, and you're going to need to take apart this yellow piece here. But before you do that, there are these wires coming off. You're going to need to strip, or cut, I mean, all of these wires. Try to leave as much room as you can here, because you're going to be using these wires for your terminals on the Taser, and that's what really makes it spark. So try to leave as much room as you can here on the front, and then take off this yellow front piece here. We don't need any of this yellow or the metal part. Okay, so once you get this yellow piece taken apart, it's well, all it is just 2 plastic halves that just kind of snap through. There's no more screws that you need to do. So how this works is there's a positive, this red wire right here, and that is on the middle grate. There's 3 grates total. There's 2 outsides, which are the 2 blue wires, and 1 middle, which is the red. So when anything touches or makes contact between the blue and the red wire, that makes a spark. So for this project, all we really need is just 1 blue and 1 red. So you can choose which one you want. One might be a little better than the other, because what I found out is one of my wires right here is actually pinched. Let me zoom in. It's actually pinched and cut a little bit, so I might not use that one. I might use the other one. So go ahead and cut off one of the blue wires completely, and then leave the other blue wire. Try to leave as much as you can. So you'll cut this blue wire off all the way. Keep the red one and this blue one, but keep them as long as you can. So we're going to cut those, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that you've selected the blue wire you want, go ahead and cut it off like I told you. So now we're left with your full contact, which is your positive here, your red wire, and your negative here, which is the blue one, one of the blue ones. So with this, all we're going to need to do next is strip the ends of these wires. I'd say about maybe like 1/4 of an inch. We don't need too much. We want to try to save as much wires as we can in case we mess up. So we'll strip these 2 wires and be right back. Okay, so now that we have gone ahead and stripped our 2 wires here, what we're going to want to do is we're going to take our 2 metal pieces. I used some bolts here, or screws, whatever, I mean not bolts, sorry. But what we're going to do with these are basically our 2 little prods, or our connection points, and we're going to want to wrap our wires here around, we're going to wrap the wires here around the screws and hot glue them into place, so we have 2 end terminals that when they touch and turned on, it will create a spark. So let me go ahead and do that, and I'll be right back. Okay, so now that you've attached our pieces here on the end, we're going ahead and take apart our clothespin, so we can use these 2 pieces of wood here as kind of a brace for this little drop off, this little lip here. So what's going to happen is you're going to take your clip and you're going to fit it right into this little slot. That's actually like perfect size for it. You're going to slide it up to about the correct height, and you can do this for both sides. So you're going to want to just, put it pretty close towards the front so there isn't such a big gap. and you can just test the size here by go ahead and close the lid here, trying not to pinch the wires. If you look on the side, it kind of seals that gap up pretty nice. So that's just kind of an optional thing. You don't have to do this. I just think it looks a little nicer. So I'm going to go ahead and hot glue those into place, and I'll be right back. Okay, so what I've done now is I've gone ahead and glued in our two clothespin pieces here, and went ahead and glued our two little terminals or ends here into place. I just put them on. Let's see if I can get a better shot for you guys. I just glued them right onto the ends of the clips and also a little bit onto the plastic part. The key with this is you don't want them touching, because that's kind of the point of this. If they touch, it won't create a spark. It only will spark when these two pieces are connected by like either skin or metal or any really conductive piece. So now that we've done that, that was basically the main part of this, and we'll go ahead and put it back together. Make sure you put your batteries in, and we'll give it a test run. Okay, so now we've put it all back together. You can see this is a pretty good handheld object. Just remind you guys that this isn't really a real taser. This won't stop anyone. This is more kind of a fun little joke for your friends or anyone you just want to give them a shock or kind of a jump. So what you have to do now is the button here on the side, you'll hold down and that red light will come on, and what that is doing is it's charging up. So it's storing the energy right now. You can let go, and whenever you touch anything metal, it should go ahead and shock. So I'll show you that, guys, again. So you hold it down, and it puts off a pretty good little spark. You can hold it down. You can keep holding it down and keep sparking, kind of like that. It drains the battery very quickly, and it's not really a good enough shock. So like I said, what I like to do is I charge it up for a little bit, and then you can go ahead and touch the metal or whatever you're trying to shock. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Remember, guys, to like, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully there'll be more of these videos. Tell me if in the comments if there's any ideas you guys want me to try to do or build. That would be great. Okay, thank you guys for watching. Bye.